All right, this is a biodiversity budget expansion. This is for the Sequatchie Cave State Natural Area stormwater improvements. This money comes from competitive Section 6 money, which is competitive endangered species money. It is flowing from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service through the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency to TDEC. Oh, come on.
That sounds like such a nice noise for it to be so,
We're going to do
such a
that.
clear indication that the equipment's not being helpful.
Okay, and so this is a budget expansion of $52,500, again, granted to TDEC to improve the stormwater and aquatic habitat at the Sequatchie Cave State Natural Area. Again, it's U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, federal money, Section 6 money. We do not have to require any of the match for this because TDEC will be providing the match for this. The reason that we're bringing this up now instead of when the larger budget issues are going to be coming up next month is because they want to have a project start date of September 1. And so they need to get in there and get this work done when the waters are low, and they're going to complete this in September of this year, 2017. That's all I have.
Questions?
Exactly where is the Sequatchie Cave Natural Area?
In Sequatchie County.
Well, I know that.
It's not in Sequatchie County.
I live
Marion
in,
County.
I live in Sequatchie County.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's in Marion County. I'm sorry.
Where in Marion?
Where in Marion County?
I'm sorry.
If you would, state your name.
I'm David Withers. I'm zoologist with the Tennessee Natural Areas Division. This is in the community of Sequatchie, just north of Jasper. It's unincorporated, just south of the county line.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And you might ask, why is this coming through TWA to TDEC? And you might already know that, but it's because this is a positive impact for wildlife. And so it's their state natural area, but it's affecting the Sequatchie caddisfly and the royal snail there at that natural area.
Any other questions?
Move for approval.
Do I hear a second? Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second for the budget expansion for the conservation of Sequatchie Cave Natural Area. All committee members in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Pandy.
Thank you.
Michael May.
Thank you, Chairman, Commission. Real quick, maybe. Ha. There we go. No dings, look at that. All right. So I'm here real quick. I'm going to do a brief discussion, a reminder, real brief, on the Brandt Marketing proposal, and remind everybody that we have gone over that several different times, different commission meetings and budget committee meetings. So this would be just very quickly to review, and we'll talk real quick about the proposed budget requirement or level, and then do a quick summary. So basically what the Brandt Marketing Plan is: a comprehensive and aggressive digital marketing solution like we've seen, strategic digital campaigns, retargeting actually also as well for the current and other website visitors we've had at our website, targeting lookalike audiences, engaging new customers and demographics, and behavioral targeting, which is looking for people who and what they do for their web surfing trends. Amazon e-commerce data, which is one of the biggest things right here. So they're going to take a look at the Amazon customer matching and audience engagements, as well as acquiring data across all media, which is very important, not just people who were going to Amazon. So that's a very brief overview of what they do. So they've had proven success at the neighboring states. We've had they've used Virginia, Georgia, and Florida. Virginia's ROI was a 2.5 for 6 months. Georgia's ROI was 4.5 for 3 months, and Florida's ROI was nearly 6.5 for 10 months. So we're looking at, after discussion with them, they've got basically a window of what they think for Tennessee they would need funding-wise in order to get close to that or be successful in that range. So what we've got is funding for that total package is TWA receives a marketing credit already from the hard card sales. So right now we're projected out from them, we're looking at least $100,000 for the first year is what we're projected out to get on our part. Brandt will then match 20% on additional agency funds that we allocate over and above the $100,000. So it'd be 20% on what we allocate, not including the $100,000 we get for the credit. So when you put the math together, we're looking at, for us, $170,000 proposed allocation by us. You add the 20% that Brandt would give, that'd be 34. Put all three of those together, and we're looking at $304,000 for us as a total package for an investment of $170,000. And that is what the Tombus group that is being subcontracted out by Brandt recommends. And summary right there. So $170,000 from us for a 12-month digital marketing plan. It's a real quick, brief discussion. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I presume this is Tombus Group in Knoxville.
Yes, sir, it is.
They're a very good marketing group.
That was Rusty Howard that was here those times presenting for them.
A question on the ROI for the different states. Apparently, from looking at this, Florida's done a much better job of picking their AdWords to capture their market. What kind of research is going to go into picking the AdWords for this marketing campaign?
Frankly, that is going to be pretty much completely on the Tombus group, and we will give them assistance, but they're the specialists in that. And I will say that that's probably a larger ROI because they've been doing it for 10 months as opposed to the 6 and 3 for the other 2 states.
Yeah, well, I do know that, you're constantly changing your AdWords and so forth. So will you be the point person with Tombus and Brandt then on this project?
I'll be part of the team.
Okay.
Michael, I just want
Yes,
a
sir.
point of clarification.
Yes, sir.
You're just informing us. I mean,
Right,
You don't
I'm-
need a motion or anything for
Exactly.
this. That's what I
Right.
thought. Okay.
Mhm.
Any other questions, Commissioner Cox?
Just for clarification, Don King, if you would remind us, the email, .gov costs, I know we've got $250,000 that we had budgeted for the TV show, and what would the email up front, the initiation was 40,000, and how much per year?
40,000 per year and a $20,000 setup.
Setup, so that's a one-time.
Right.
Okay, so we're not gonna exceed, based on the 170 in the email, we're not gonna exceed what we already had budgeted to start with for the I&E, correct? I think my math's good.
Okay.
Commissioner Swan?
$100,000 of this is coming from the hard card anyway, and we had the $250,000 that from the canceled TV show. So it looks like that we're not having to put a whole lot of money that wasn't already out there other than the $250 into this.
Any other questions? Thanks, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Madam Chairman?
Excellent, thank you. And that concludes our committees. Just as we anticipate for tomorrow, 2 things very quickly. Tomorrow's budget committee will continue its work on the budget, as I mentioned earlier. One, with sort of a foundational knowledge of where we are. The agency's also going to share with us the high-level issues that they're anticipating coming for a full presentation when we consider the budget in our August meeting. The chairman has set a meeting preceding our August full commission meeting for the budget committee that will be on the 21st of August at 1 p.m. So that's actually a full week ahead of time. So we'll have a very detailed presentation for that. Any member is certainly welcome to come to that meeting, but the budget committee will be meeting formally, and wanted to at least give. Oh, is that the day of the eclipse? How did we pick that day?
I'm just that kind of guy.
Kurt and I
do that.
did this
I do that kind of
together. I can't even believe it. It's on my.
I couldn't think of a better place
Well,
to
I have
be.
to say,
But this is a
if
good place to
Williamson
be.
County schools can stay open so kids can learn about a solar eclipse, we can do budget business. If there are any major objections, we're gonna keep the work of the agency moving forward. It's the earliest possible opportunity we can get the detailed information that we think members will need. We could wait until a day before the commission meeting, but we felt like you all needed time with this information. And so we've got until tomorrow morning to
It's a good excuse
Decide
to get me to
again.
Nashville. I think it's all right.
I think it's important. So there we go. Maybe we'll have a
What time?
1 p.m. 1 p.m. Maybe we'll hold it outside with lighting. I don't know. We'll stew on that tonight. So that said, I'm glad I made that announcement. Thank you. And the other thing, just members, I don't know if you all have the opportunity or are requested by community members to come and speak about your role on commission. I had the opportunity in the last few weeks to go and visit with the Mount Juliet Rotary Club, who just wanted to hear about the work of the commission and the work of the agency. It was a lovely experience that not only was the group an informed, thoughtful group of folks who are really interested in the work that we do, but Doug Markham and Jason Harmon with the agency were very kind. I asked them for kind of a 101 presentation on the agency. We talked in concept about what that would look like, and 26 slides later and a beautiful presentation. The only thing I could do was really mess it up by giving it in front of the Wilson County audience that I had. They were incredibly helpful and responsive on a very short turnaround. So that said, we at least have a framework for a very helpful PowerPoint presentation. If you all are asked to discuss business or give presentations or whatever. I also had a second very helpful thing. Apparently Chris Richardson drew the short straw and had to get out at 7 o'clock in the morning to visit and bring some of the new calendars that were out. But he was also very helpful in answering some of the particularly detailed questions on some of the members of the audience had. And it was a very productive conversation. It was a great way for us to interact with folks who are very interested in the work that the agency does. And I'll just say the agency had a beautiful foot forward, and I was really proud to talk about the work that the team at the agency and this commission do to make thoughtful decisions. So wanted you to know, I wanted to say, I don't see, where'd Doug go? Thank you, Doug. And Jason. Next to... Sorry, he's my neighbor. I have him on my phone as Jason, my neighbor, so sorry about that. I'll do better next time, but thank you. It was a beautiful presentation, thanks to Jason. So that said, with no objection, any announcements, Ed, before we convene tomorrow morning? We are adjourned.